Um, Hello, beautiful people. It's a girl Genie and it's Genie Signatures. So today we'll be making a little twist in what we usually have our tutorials on, because today we'll be making a male shirt with an African print. Yeah, and it came out very, very, very beautiful. So this is specially dedicated to my male subscribers and to some who have said that I've never shown a tutorial on how to make a male thing. So this is a male shirt that I did and it came out very beautiful. So this is what you're interested in. Well, it's not only for the males, you can make it for your husbands and boyfriends as well. So if this is what you're interested in, please kind of watch till the end and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Yeah. So I have my fabric on fold, and of course, if to determine what you would need, you need to divide your chest measurement. In this case, we call it chest, we don't call it bust, because of course men don't have busts. Yeah, so it's chest divided by 4. Whatever you have, you are going to be adding 2 inches to that for sewing allowance, and then 2 inches for your buttonhole overlap. So that is basically what I have on the table. So we'll be cutting the front part first before cutting the back piece. So now I'm just going to be ruling out my 2 inches for the button overlap, as like right now. Yeah, so that is what I'm trying to rule out, as you can see from the video. So I'm just going to be ruling that out and then connect with my straight ruler, and of course I'll go ahead and iron it, fold that place and give it a very good press before doing any other thing. So I'm going to be folding it like so. Just make sure that you are folding the parts that you ruled out and then give it a very good press. So this is what I have now. I've gone to give it a very good press, and this is what I was trying to explain. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is just to be inputting the measurements, and then we're good to go. So from the shoulder area, like for example here, you can start your markings from the fold or before the fold. Even if you start it anyway, if you feel like the shoulder is too wide, you can adjust it later on when you have joined everything. It still comes out looking beautiful. Yeah. So I'm marking my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and that is what I'm doing right there. And then I added ½ inch for my sleeve, because of course this is going to be having a sleeve. And then for the shoulder slope, I will be making use of 2 inches. So I came down 2 inches from my shoulder measurement, like so. So I'll be slanting down the 2 inches like so. And so the next thing we'll be doing is to get my neck width. So in this neck width instance, please, it's better you go for smaller figures, so that by the time you finish coupling your shirt, if you feel like it's not up to the round neck that you measured for your client, you can easily adjust. Because if it's too wide, you can get into a whole lot of problems. So now I made use of 2¼ and 2 inches for depth. 2¼ for the width and 2 inches for the depth. That is what I made use of. So, and this was okay, perfect for my neckline, which was 16 inches or 15 inches, I beg your pardon. So I'm connecting that out as a round neckline. And so the next thing we're going to be doing now is to just go over here and then get our armhole. So for my client's armhole, his armhole is 16 inches, so I'll be dividing that into 2, and that is going to be giving me 8 inches. So I'll be placing my tape. I just want to extend the lines first before taking my measurements. So I'll divide my round armhole measurement by 2, and then I'll come down by whatever I got, which was 8 inches. So the round armhole is 16 inches, and then I came down by 8 inches for that. So automatically that is our armhole. So I'm going to be dividing my chest measurement by 4, and then I'll add 1 inch sewing allowance. That was what I ended up adding anyways. So I ended up adding 1 inch for sewing allowance, and then 1 inch for ease, because this is a shirt, you don't want it too tight. So just add either 1 inch or ½ an inch for ease, and then add 1 inch sewing allowance, so which was what I did right there. So I'm just connecting my armhole like that, and then I'll be carving out the armhole curve. So just basically get the middle points just like we usually do, and then carve it out. I'm sorry because the chalk was not very visible, but I believe you can understand all what I'm doing. So we're basically through, and whatever I have on my chest measurement with the sewing allowances, I'll be taking it straight down to the length of the top. So we're basically through, and then I'll be cutting this out. You cut out the armhole first, and then you cut out the shoulder slant. And then you cut out the round neckline, the depth and the width, like so. And of course, if you want your shirt to have a little bit of a beauty at the edge, I'll be splitting it into two, but not right now. It's maybe after I must have finished cutting the back piece. That is when I'll slit that open. So now I've placed my front on the back piece, my front piece on the back piece, and of course the back piece is equally unfold. So the next thing I'm going to do, just make sure that you have 4 inches above the shoulder areas, because we're going to be adding extra 4 inches on the shoulder area. You know, when you look at men's shirts, you always see that overlap that comes to the front. Even if you're making the senator, mostly men's clothes, it must have a spillover to the front. So that is basically why I'm adding that 4 inches on the shoulder area, and that's I'll be connecting like so, rolling it out on a straight line. So this is what we have. So I was just trying to explain some things there. So in order for us to get the neckline for the back, you can do it 2 ways, but I'm going to be showing you the 2 ways you can achieve this, but and the most appropriate way for you to use. So now we've gotten our shoulder slope, or our shoulder lifted by 4 inches. So you can, if you remember, like I used to a quarter, so I just want to come here, mark to a quarter right there, and then come down by 1 inch for the back neck depth, and then connect like so. You can do that, but alternatively, it's always good. So let me just cut this out first, so that it won't be too muddled up here. So this is exactly what we have. So this is the best way for you to get your neckline, and you're going to be getting the neckline properly rhymed. So I'm going to be placing this 4 inches that I extended the shoulder for the back. Give it a very good press, making sure that it's half an inch that is laying across it, because that will be the sewing allowance, half an inch. So that is what I just did. I just ironed it properly like so. So basically now the next thing to do to get the neckline, in order for the neckline to rhyme properly with the back neckline, let me show you. So you're going to be taking your tape like so, and then you're going to be using your chalk and then come down by that 1 inch that you would have wanted from the back neck depth, and then carve it out like so. So this is what you're going to do. So by the time you finish, you can just replicate what you did from the front to the back here, and you see that everything will be okay. So you can just cut it out like this. And when you place it on it, you see that it should rhyme with the front neckline. But if it doesn't, you can just make a little bit adjustment so that that curve on the shoulder area must rhyme, because when you're fixing your collar, it's going to be affecting it. So you need to make sure that it's properly aligned. That's what I was trying to show you. I lifted it, I didn't know the camera didn't really show it very well. So once you have that, you know you are good to go. So the next thing is just to cut out the remaining things exactly as it looks. So that's the basic thing. We're just adding to the back piece, and that is all. So just cut out exactly what you have left. Now for this tutorial, I'm not going to be showing you the sewing process because I just feel like I already have a tutorial on how to make shirts, and in that tutorial I showed you how to join everything. So that's why basically I'm skipping that aspect, because this tutorial is basically the cutting process. Now if you want a slant around the side seams, you want that beautiful style, instead of it just being pointed, just go up by 2.5 inches, and then you come in by 2.5 inches, and then you cut that out, and then you cut it out so that it would not be pointed. It will just look very beautiful by the sides. I believe you understand what I mean. So just cut that out now. So you can see that our shirt is no longer looking pointed. That edge is looking all clean and beautiful. So let me just separate the front from the back, and then slit this front open so that it will be in two pieces. And so this is what we have. So for each overlap, you're going to be using an interfacing for the button area, so that it will have stability, so that when you're doing your buttonholes, it's going to have volume and all. So you just fold half an inch, and then you fold 1.5 inches. Remember what you have unfold was 2 inches. So that is what you're going to be doing on both sides, and then you're going to be running the stitch. Remember to place an interfacing, but if you don't want, you can just go ahead and sew it like that. You just sew half an inch first, and then 1.5 inches on it, and then run the stitch on both sides, which is what I'm going to be doing off camera. And so this is for the back. For the back shirt, you always see that design that always comes on it. That is how men's shirts are always sewn. So for that, like an interfacing, so that is what I'm just trying to basically cut out right now. So I'm just ruling out, I want it to be 8 inches, so that by the time I fold it inwards, I'll be having like 7 or 7.5 inches. So just fold your fabric like so, get the length you want, and then cut out the excesses, which I'm just doing. And this is what I have. So I'm just going to be placing the back on the front like so. When you're doing this, make sure to open up the shoulder that you folded, so that you'll be able to cut out the neckline, because this should go across the neckline. So just like you see me doing it, and then it should come down below the armhole. So that is what I just did, and then I'll cover the neckline and then the shoulder slope as well. So this serves as an interfacing. It's always seen in men's shirts, and it always comes out very beautiful. So I'm just going to be opening it up, and then I will just be showing you a caricature of how it's going to be looking. So this is how you're going to be placing it. Of course, right sides of the fabric, yeah, not inside the fabric, not on the wrong side, on the right side. And then I'm going to be folding it like so. If you want to give any shape right here, you can give any shape. You can give V, you can give round, any shape that you want to do, you can do it. But I'm just going to be leaving it straight as it is, and then I'll give it a very good press, and then run a stitch, a very tiny stitch, and then run it across it like so. So when I'm done with this, I would have done my button overlaps, and then I'll join the shoulders, and of course we're good to go. So thank you all, and God bless you. See you all.